Hello my lovelies and welcome to ArtByEsterA. I am so excited to be bringing you this video series titled 8 Ways to Art This Pic. It is a global art collaboration between 7 other artists and myself. I reached out to the art community and suggested that I'd like to make a video where artists that use different mediums would paint their rendition of a single photo. 7 artists rose to the challenge and proceeded to vote on a set of 4 images which I had selected. The winner was the water lily photo you just saw. We have several different mediums to share with you. I am using acrylic paint. ArtAdventure is creating with Acryl Gouache, also known as Acrylic Gouache. Autey is working with markers. Kawaii Phantom is sculpting with Polymer clay. M's Art Studio is applying soft pastels. Oana's Illustrations is playing with mixed media. Wonderfool is bringing us digital art. And MoniqueReneeArt is utilizing watercolor. Please be sure to watch everyone's videos and support their amazing art by subscribing. You can find a playlist of everyone's videos by clicking on the iCard information card at the top right corner of your screen, or by using the link in the description. I chose a canvas panel for my painting and covered it with a layer of white gesso. Once the gesso was dry, I painted the canvas a turquoise color. I knew I wanted to make the water lily the focal point, so I sketched the flower larger than the original. My approach for the leaves was to lay a base color down first. Once that was dry, I started adding dimension by using 3 shades of green. I used the same green, but added a little bit of white for a second color, and in a separate pile, I added a little bit of black to create the third color. Heavy body paint is thicker than student body paint, so I gave it extra time to dry before moving to the next step. To really amplify the dimension, I used a dry brushing technique. This is where you add some color, such as the lighter side of the leaf, and then use a separate dry brush to blend that color into the rest of the leaf. It's important to use light-handed strokes when blending. My favorite type of brush to use for dry brushing is an old flat brush that is scruffy from dry paint. They are perfect for this. The leaves took roughly about 2 days to work on. I basically repeated these steps for each leaf. However, they are laying on top of each other in the picture, so the leaves on top are lighter than the leaves underneath. When it came time to add highlights, I continued to use the dry brushing method. I mixed a titanium white soft body paint with the green base color. Then I added highlights with a mini liner brush to indicate where the sunlight was hitting on the highest ridges of the leaves. To minimize the harsh lines, I used a barely damp brush to blend the edges. I also used the same technique for adding shadows, but mixed together Mars black and green to create a dark forest green color. It was very interesting to paint this picture because I got to learn a bit about this flower. At first, I thought it was a lotus, but I learned that a lotus has a stem and grows up out of the water. A water lily looks similar, but it lays flat on the water. I think my favorite part of this painting was working on the water lily. I truly enjoyed playing with the pink and magenta colors. No surprise there, right? I noticed in the picture that not every petal was the same color. So I started with the outside layer of petals and painted them a very light pink. As I got closer to the center of the flower, I painted the petals darker and darker. I even used a tiny bit of yellow to accent the outer petals to match the curly pieces in the center of the water lily, which is called the stamen. Please check out the wonderfully talented artists in the playlist link. Working on this collab with artists from all over the world has been so inspiring and so rewarding. Thank you for watching me play with paint and supporting my art. Links are in the description box below, along with my Zibbit store and social media information. And don't forget, paint on, my lovelies!